I've had too much fun with makeup, so blue eyeshadow it is.
Hi and welcome back to the Beautiful Things and Memories vlog, where we find the beauty in things even though things are messy. Finally, today is the day that we wrap up these daily content vlogs that I feel like has me stretched thin energy-wise, but I love creating still. These past 2 weeks of content has been a roller coaster for sure, but at the expense of being able to complete all of my posts and being able to catch up with my weekly vlogs, I think it was all worth it. All the ups and the ups of the highs of being able to create content daily and being able to publish all of this has been such a very big lesson in discipline for me and also in allocation of my own personal energy. The downs were also very down as well. So down as in down, down, down. I've experienced, as I've said, overwhelm because of all of it, but at the same time, I also learned the power of actually taking back control of your own mindset and of actually thinking about it in a way that is more empowering than overwhelming, if you get what I mean. How do you manage overwhelm and how do you convert it to something that is empowering rather than overwhelming? It's a simple shift in your mindset, but at the same time, it doesn't always mean that the feelings follow immediately. Sometimes the feelings gradually trickle in. It doesn't mean that when you have a mindset of empowerment that you instantly feel empowered. It's just that it's a process, and I respect that, and that's also what I learned from this week. And so if you read through the blog post on my blog, you will find that I talked about how me and my coach Meg Kisak from That Hummingbird Life had a conversation, and I talked to her about time and energy and other such things as well, and she told me that I was doing enough. And although that was not perhaps the words she said verbatim, I really do believe it. I believe what she said, that I was doing enough, because on top of all the responsibilities, real life, being a parent and being also a content creator and also trying to create other stuff as well, just to have some side income, and in the middle of it all, also consuming content, learning about mindset, manifestation, and all that stuff. And of course, you have to also allocate time for rest. So it's kind of overwhelming. And even now, as I am talking to you like this, I feel like I'm just, summoning up all the energy, but at the same time, I know that in my heart of hearts, I am really low in energy right now. I'm just, trying my best to put this out there because of the hope that I could give value to you in some way or another, that I could inspire you to do the same kind of creative work, to pursue your creative projects.
My mom just called, and so every time I vlog, somebody calls me on the phone, and why do I vlog on the phone when I have a camera? I don't really know.
Also, if you read through the blog post, I also talk about a post on IG stories that my friend, he shared this IG story content, Joe Rogan's podcast, interviewing someone, I forgot the name, I'm so sorry, but he said that we are truly doing the best that we can given the circumstances that we faced and we are currently facing in life. And that is so true. Both of those things, the I am doing enough and that we are trying to do our best given our current situation and given our current type of personalities right now and given our history, those are all so true. And it's something that we sometimes forget, we sometimes forget to see the good. That's why I'm here to remind you to see the good in yourself. That's why Beautiful Things and Memories was born, because I wanted to emphasize that beauty in everything that is messy around us. And so I'm just so glad that I finished all of this. The reason I had to remember the fact that I am doing enough and that I'm doing my best is because I keep on comparing myself and the content that I'm making to somebody who is not even at the same situation as me, to somebody who has done this thing for years now. I simply cannot measure up to that kind of work and history that other person has. Although those beautiful, smart, strong women that I follow, I really do admire them, but I feel like it's not a valid comparison. If I compare myself to them, I think that's one of the reminders I have for you also, that if you're looking at social media and scrolling and seeing these beautiful pictures, those are just, the highlights of their lives. The best photos, the best takes that they have, that they publish online for everyone to see. And it doesn't always mean that their life is better than yours or your life is worse than theirs. It just means that, they're highlighting the things that they want to post online. That's why comparing yourself to those kinds of content or to those kinds of accomplishments is not a valid comparison also, because you also have unique talents and gifts, and you also have accomplishments that you just need to acknowledge. The point really is to not compare yourself to others, but to compare yourself to the previous or the past version of you. We want to see the progress in our lives. We're always making progress, right? I think it was Tony Robbins, who says that progress creates fulfillment. It's an indicator that we're going somewhere and we're up leveling each time. And so that's why I think that it is much better to ask yourself, how was I in the past and how am I now, and what are the things that improved in my life? And that's one way of knowing that you too are doing great, beautiful things and creating things and actually making the most of what you already have. So in all of this, I think the number one message that I would give is to just keep the faith, especially if things are very hard, especially if struggle is real. Faith is actually believing even if you don't think that it's gonna happen, even if your surroundings are not ideal yet, even if things are not ideal yet, even if goals that you have seem so far away. Believing still in your goals and in accomplishing those goals, that's what faith is all about. And I guess the big message here is to just keep the faith. Keep your faith. It is how you will move on. And that is how you push your life and your work and your creative projects along the way, knowing that you can do this, that there's a bigger entity out there that's looking out for you. You can call it the universe, you can call it God, you can call it anything. There has to be some kind of bigger entity out there looking for us. And for me personally, I believe there is a God who looks after us, who doesn't give us challenges that we can't overcome. And so I guess that's how I want to end these 2 weeks of daily vlogging, which I think is kind of crazy given given all the struggles that I've been through. I know it seems very vague that I'm just saying struggles. I mean, what kind of struggles? And most of the struggles that I have, I guess, is internal. And that's the hardest one, right? Your struggles are internal because it takes a lot of work on yourself to be able to overcome that kind of struggle. But it doesn't mean that I place myself as a victim. I feel like I have overcome that stage in my life, thankfully, and I'm just so happy that I learned that I could have the power to be the hero in my own life. And I hope that you also have the power to be the hero in yours as well. And that's about it for today's vlog. Thank you so much for watching, especially if you've watched the daily vlogs up until this point. See you again next week. Take care. Hi, it's me again, Elaine, and I created a product called Digital Content Creation for Multi-Passionate Creators. And it's for you if you're feeling like you're stuck because you're not clear as to what your foundations are, if you want to start creating content online, if you don't know how to talk about your content in a way that's heart-led and intuitive. This ebook is for you. I take you through not just technical aspects of creating a site, podcast, and vlog, but also content coaching. And this is for you, especially if you're multi-passionate, because we have so many different goals and sometimes they're not related, and sometimes we lack clarity and focus. We don't find enough time to go for the projects that we have. I hope you get a copy of it, and if you do, message me. I'd like to thank you personally. Thank you if you've already bought it, and if you haven't yet, check it out. I hope it helps you.